So one day I was looking into the mirror and I noticed that I've kinda gained a lot of weight. And that's why I started doing weekly jogging sessions with my mom. So we wake up at around 5 a.m., go to the park at around 6, and do some walking and jogging there. A few laps went by and I started to get a bit tired. As I went to a nearby convenience store, I had a eureka moment. How can I make exercise more fun? I thought to myself. Aside from just jogging at the park, maybe I could find some way to engage in exercise by not just simply doing laps, but by also immersing in a certain kind of niche. And that's when I remembered one thing. Rhythm games. They offer a fun, lively, and musically engaging way to give your body a workout. You can get on a DDR game and dance your way on an expert track while losing some calories. And you can also get a feel of your arms after doing some fast taps on a master track in My. On paper, I thought it was a good idea, but there were a few essential questions I had to explore before making this exercise dream a reality. How can I make an exercise routine? What are the different rhythm games that would make a good rhythm game exercise routine? And what rhythm game exercise routine should I follow? With that, good day everyone, I'm Mavi, and for today's video, we'll be going on a guide to starting a rhythm game exercise routine. Let's go! To start off, I just want to say that I am no expert when it comes to fitness training or any of that. All of what I'm about to say in this video is based on my observation and experience from playing rhythm games, as well as my perspective towards the niche as an exercise routine. If you think that there are some points here that are inaccurate or do not align well, feel free to write down in the comments. Anyways, let's get on with the video. There's no doubt that if you want to achieve your desired fitness goals, you should establish an exercise routine. But there are a lot of factors to consider when making one. How often should I exercise in a week? How long should my exercise sessions be? What equipment would I need to carry out this exercise? There's so much to take note, but there's one concept that makes it easier to manage, and that is the FITT. The FITT principle, an acronym for frequency, intensity, time, and type, is a principle for devising an effective exercise routine. In a nutshell, these words answer the following questions. How often should one exercise? How hard the exercise should be carried? How long should one exercise be performed? And what kind of exercise should be done? To give an example, let's say I want to do some jogging at a nearby park. Now, simply having foggy plans won't do the job. If that were the case, I won't be able to achieve my goals of improving my cardiovascular health. To do this, I must be specific. For this, the exercise should be done 3 days a week at durations of 30 minutes to 1 hour with short breaks, while maintaining a jogging speed of around 6 kilometers per hour. With proper dedication and effort, I would be able to achieve my fitness goals by sticking to this plan. In theory, this principle should work with any kind of exercise to improve one's fitness, given that the person is able to allocate enough planning, dedication, and effort into actualizing the process. However, this may come at a different approach for rhythm games. So, what kind of exercise can one achieve when playing these games? How much money should one dedicate to such a routine? And is it even viable in the long run? There are many rhythm games that one can set a routine for, either at home or in the arcade. But for ease of explanation and visualization in this video, we will stick to the games that heavily require body movement and coordination. These games include Dance Dance Revolution or DDR, Dance Rush Stardom, Pump It Up, My, Junidum, and the like, which we will separate into 3 categories: full body movement, lower body movement, and upper body movement rhythm games. Full body movement games include Dance Rush Stardom, Just Dance, and Dance Evolution. In this category, most, if not all of your body parts must be used to follow the notes or dance steps in the game. Usually, each song has a specific choreography that you must follow, such as in Just Dance, where you must take note of each step represented as tableaus at the bottom right part of the screen. Dance Masters or Dance Evolution Arcade is a similar game where you must follow the movement of the 3D character on the screen based on the audiovisual cues that go along with the song. In Dance Rush, there is no specific choreography that you must follow. Although there is a recommended in-game choreography that you can have on your screen, you may perform your own steps or dance routine by having the left foot and right foot notes as guides for your footwork. This enables you to perform freestyle dances, which may get really wild at times. Besides the point, if you want to get a high score in these games, especially on the higher difficulties, you must be able to exhibit sufficient footwork, flexibility, movement, and agility on most of your muscles, from head to toe. This forces your body to use more energy and, in turn, burn more calories. But what if I don't want to play these games? Maybe I want to set my exercise routine for a specific part of my body, such as my legs. Well, this next category is for you. The lower body movement games include Dance Dance Revolution, Pump It Up, Step Mania, and other dance games that focus more on the lower extremities. This one is a little tricky to define. Technically, you would also need partial movement from your upper body in order to maintain balance and cohesion in between steps. However, the focus of these rhythm games is attributed to the input of your legs and feet. Thus, it is essential that you ensure proper footwork and technique when playing these games, especially on the higher difficulties. In contrast to full body movement games, where the challenge of getting a higher score prioritizes movement recognition, lower body movement games rewards you for performing specific step techniques based on the scroll of the notes on the screen, meaning stricter movement allowance that I think is more difficult for starters who'd like to have these games for their routine. Now, another similar category is the upper body movement games. These games include My, Tunithm, and other games that focus on the movement of your torso, arms, hands, and other areas of your upper body. Like with the lower body movement games, there are certain techniques that you must do when playing these games, especially on the harder difficulties. However, one major difference of this category from the previous category is the ability to perform them with a wider range of motion, especially with the help of your arms and elbows. In My, higher level charts require you to perform spins and slides simultaneously or at fast intervals, meaning that you should maximize the movement of your limbs to follow the notes on the circular screen. This allows you to hit notes at faster speeds while maintaining a steady body flow. Now that we know the three categories of rhythm games for exercise, let's optimize our plan to ensure an effective rhythm game exercise routine. Alright, the first thing that you need to do is set a goal. What do you want to improve on? Maybe you want to lose a few kilograms, or maybe you want to get better flexibility and mobility for your arms and legs. There are so many goals that you could set, but for now, let's say you want to work on your stamina. But what is it in the first place? According to Healthline, stamina is the mental and physical ability to sustain an activity for a long period. In other words, it's how our body continues to do certain activities despite the amount of stress or effort in performing them. Just like different aspects of fitness, we can improve them, but there's a catch. In a blog published on Peloton, Sherilyn McLester, a professor of exercise science at Kennesaw State University, stated that there isn't a perfect formula to increase stamina, but consistently engaging with high-intensity endurance activities is key to improving stamina. This concept is important to keep in mind, especially when performing exercises at higher intensities. If you want to run a 10-kilometer marathon, for example, you must have the stamina to continue running despite feeling fatigued. Likewise, at high-level difficulties, games like Dance Dance Revolution and Pump It Up require you to process notes and patterns swiftly, which can make you tired if you're not up to the stamina needed to play those charts. Hence, it's important that you start at moderate intensities to condition your body to the activity and be able to develop your stamina over time. But again, you can't just magically get better stamina out of nowhere. You have to maintain a physical routine if you want to get better results. To do so, let's go back to the FITT principle earlier. Let's say, for example, you want to have a lower body workout. From the category of lower body movement rhythm games that we have, you could have your type of exercise as Dance Dance Revolution, done twice a week. Maybe it could be a Wednesday and a Sunday, a Tuesday and a Saturday, or any 2 days of the week as long as there is time for rest in between your sessions. Depending on your DDR ability, you could start off at advanced difficulty, or at a difficulty range of 6 to 10. If you already know your ropes, you could set it higher at difficult or expert, from levels 11 and onward. Then, given that you can choose from 3 songs or 4 songs when you get the extra stage, Assume that an average run on DDR is about 10 to 12 minutes. So, you could have your session at 30 minutes to 1 hour or approximately 3 to 5 runs. If you want to work on your arms and upper body, you may choose Mai Mai as your type of exercise from the upper body movement games. If you're a starter player that wants to familiarize the basic patterns and techniques in the game while getting a nice arm workout, you could play at a difficulty range of 8 to 11 plus, or at difficulties of advanced and expert. You may have this routine every 2 to 3 days, such as Tuesday and Saturday, or Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, with each session at 2 to 4 runs, or approximately equal to 20 to 50 minutes when playing by yourself, or 30 minutes to 1 hour when playing with someone else. Now, if you feel comfortable with the basics and you want to progress further and get a more intense arm workout, you can slowly increase your difficulty level to a range of 12 to 13 plus, or at difficulties expert, master, or remaster. Like the previous routine, you could also have a 2 to 3 day routine with each session also at 2 to 4 runs, approximately equal to 20 to 50 minutes when playing by yourself or 30 minutes to 1 hour when playing with someone else. Note that an average game by yourself would take around 10 to 12 minutes since you can choose 3 songs, while an average game with another person would take around 15 minutes since you can choose 4 songs. Now, one could argue that it's better to play by yourself since you are able to choose your songs and tailor your exercise routine to your preferences more. While one could also argue that playing together with other people encourages further participation, leading to more games and more chances to use those arms for an upper body workout. In the end, the choice is up to you. But what's more important is that you follow the routine you set for yourself, similar to lifting weights, running a kilometer, or mile if you're American, and doing push-ups. What you just need is a bit of dedication, time, perseverance, and of course, money, which we will go on in the next video. After all, the results of your hard work and dedication don't come before or during the activity, but only after. In short, you can make an exercise routine from playing rhythm games. Is it fun? Yes. Is it fun for your pocket? Well, that's a different argument for a different video. But one thing is for certain, it's definitely one avenue for someone to try if you want to achieve your goals of getting better mobility, flexibility, or stamina. And with enough effort, time, and dedication, you could achieve something more than just that. Anyways, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, and for more video essays and other content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That'll be all, and have a great day everyone.